I was trying to keep the smoke in my mouth and do this, and then, oh my God, it tastes even better.
I'm excited to share my conversation with Bas Rutten, MMA legend, actor, and entrepreneur. He's a true cigar aficionado whose stories are just as heavy-hitting as his career. It's going to be an incredible ride. Bas, let's take it away. Welcome to the Cigar Standard, your cigar lounge with Nate Janousek. I'm here with Bas Rutten today, and we've got some great limited edition cigars here to enjoy while we have a conversation about cigars.
Let's do it.
This is a 2003 limited edition Limitada. Great kind of mild to medium cigar. This aging on it really sort of smooths out some of the harsher notes and lets some of the floral notes of the tobacco express itself. I've got a cutter there if you prefer V-cut or straight cut.
Yeah, I like the V-cut.
I'm a V-cut guy myself. Yeah. How long have you been into cigars?
Ooh, I don't know. I would say around 2005 or so. A friend of mine, Kevin James, actually, we were shooting a TV show with his brother, a Dusty Peacock. I was this weird guy with a wig, and that was my first cigar. Arturo Fuente was the first cigar.
Okay.
The Short Story, the little one. And I remember him telling me, because I used to smoke also, I was crazy. He says, don't inhale, whatever you do, because once you inhale, then you never want to smoke cigars again. So, okay, what is that, the taste? And immediately that was it. So I came home with a new vice, thinking my wife would be going like, you're crazy, but she actually loved it because her grandfather used to smoke all the time. She says, oh, I love the smoke. Yeah. You know, it makes me think about him. I go, okay, got a new vice. And then you do the beginning. In the beginning, you do it all wrong, right?
Oh,
because it's so good.
Right.
And you know, that's human nature.
Yep.
You smoke freaking 5 cigars a day. I was trying to keep the smoke in my mouth and do this, and then, oh my God, it tastes even better, you know, but then slowly but surely, of course, you start getting used to it. So now you got to start switching cigars. Yep. That's when I figured that all out.
Is that what got you into cigars? Is your friend Kevin James?
Yeah, he got me a nice box too, a humidor, a wooden one that I still have. And he said, put them in here because if you got a good humidor, you can keep them for freaking 100 years, right?
Forever.
Really yeah, that's it. That's when the journey started. A lot of smoking in the beginning, and now I start toning down. I also do nicotine patches, so maybe that's one of the reasons. But you know, sometimes I like to just sit outside on my computer. You know, if I have to work, might as well smoke a cigar with it in the backyard.
That's great.
Yeah.
What makes a good cigar for you?
No, I don't like the harsh ones. I like this.
Yeah.
This is really good. It's gentle but really good taste. It's all how it drags. If you have to relight it, and you know all that stuff. You know that's the thing with cigars that suck.
Yeah.
You know, the cheaper ones. For me, it's annoying to me, especially if you are somewhere and you're sharing one lighter with everybody, and it's constantly you have to relight the thing, or maybe they're too moist or too humid. But yeah, that's it. Just the taste for me is, of course, but I guess it's for everybody, right?
Yeah, it's such a subjective thing. Cigars. Everyone has different tastes. Do you have any good cigar buying or smoking stories?
You know, I'm that guy. You know, they always give me cigars. Mm-hmm. So every time I got new cigar, my buddy sends me constantly. I go, you gotta stop, man, because I don't have the space anymore. I need to start smoking more often now again.
Yeah.
You know, so we're already with the neighbors. We're sharing them there. We go to the place here, Cowboys and Cadillacs, right? You get upstairs, we can smoke, thankfully. So we got a bunch in there as well. Just like I said, everybody's just sending to me. You know, the Padrones, my friend, this is a 50-year-old Padrone. And the Padrone is actually in the beginning, this right away from the start, I liked it right away. And the Padrone in the beginning, I go like, okay.
Little tough.
Yeah, but give it 5 minutes and then it's like, freaking unbelievable.
Best.
Yeah.
Right.
So not buying cigars, but getting cigars, I guess, which is it's actually better, right? I guess.
What's your favorite thing about cigars?
Just it slows the time down, right?
Yeah.
I see here there Arturo Fuente was just reading before the interview. We will never rush the hands of time, and I go like, that's a really good because that's literally it.
Yeah.
You know, you're sitting down. Now you're committed to an hour and then sharing that with a bunch of friends and a good drink. Most of the time I like a port or something with it. I like sweet. I don't like whiskeys and cigars. I had a whiskey myself one time at the El Guapo whiskey. We tried it out with the cinnamon and honey. And that was actually really good with a cigar as well, like amaretto, stuff like that, sweet. And then a cigar, I think it's a good combination.
I saw something, an influencer
But the guy had a good point about cigars. He goes, you shouldn't just be sitting around all day eating Oreos and smoking cigars, you know? And I kind of do the same thing. Like, I don't allow myself to smoke a cigar if I haven't had my morning workout or something like that. Do you have checks in place for yourself so that you don't just go off the rails?
Yeah, you have to. I think as a person, you need a little bit of discipline in that, you know. And then once you start doing that, you make it into a habit. And once the habit is there, it's a normal thing. In the beginning, it might be hard. Yeah. But people are so soft right now and so weak. I always call them pussies, from pusillanimous, which means lack of courage, right? A lack of determination. But yeah, give yourself things like that. For instance, today also, I do not want to work out. You know, I just don't feel like it. But I know that when I do it, I always feel good. So I just do a 30-minute workout, but it's a hard workout. But then afterwards, it's so much better than when you give yourself, for instance, I can drink a cigar or I can drink a glass of whatever it is. It's going to taste better. And let's face it, right? The nicotine always hits better after a workout as well. Yeah. So because then everything is open.
You sort of cleaned yourself out a little bit too.
And as long as we don't inhale, I had a problem because I had rheumatic fever as a kid, so I have a leaking heart valve. So you have to get checked up, and 15 years ago when I just started smoking cigars, they did a checkup on me. Do you smoke? I said, well, cigars. He goes, and that was the heart doctor. He said, no, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You don't inhale, right? I said, no. He says, yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah. So there was no problem at all.
I have the same. I have one of the best heart doctors in San Antonio. Shout out Dr. Curry. And my physician in Green over here in New Braunfels, they've told me cigars is okay as long as I don't inhale smoke. You know, and I use it as a stress reliever, and they think overall it probably helps reduce the stress hormone and stuff like that in my body.
Yeah, that's one guy's 95 years old, what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and a lot of these people, they live to be so old and their minds stay sharp and stuff. And I'm not a doctor, and I'm not saying that cigars make you live a long time and stay smart, but some people do.
Look at us, we're still talking.
Yeah, some people do.
I was very smart.
That's right. When you're off doing your work and traveling around, do you ever find yourself just going into a random cigar lounge?
We did the last time when we were shooting a promo for the movie for Solo Mio, and then we're doing it. And I'm doing it sometimes as well. You know, if I'm by myself, I like to just go there, especially if I'm in a hotel. For instance, if I go to a hotel where fighters are, and then when the fans are there, then a lot of people will recognize you the whole time. It's very hard to move around there because it's constantly making pictures. If you make a picture with one guy, then every celebrities have that on the street. You know, thankfully I have it like 8 times a day, 10 times a people, but not like constantly. I would never want that. But so if I'm in a hotel like that where all fighters and fans are, then most of the time I sneak out and I find just a thing for myself, don't tell anybody. And most of the time they don't even realize it because, well, people watch fighting, but how many do? So you're kind of a little bit incognito instead of staying there.
Do you think like having done some of these movies and stuff do you think that's made you more recognizable though to maybe non-fight fans?
Yeah, I think so. And I think the content that I've put out over the years, still that crazy bar fighting DVD, there's somebody made that clip out of it. It's actually our 45-minute pretty gnarly real stuff, but I didn't ever know I made sound effects. And so that guy put all the sound effects from all the clips in one clip. He got me a lot of work. The commercials, the video games, Grand Theft Auto. I mean, I got my own TV show in that game. All the motion cap I was doing also. So any guy that you see hijacking a car or whatever it is, it's all me doing that. So many options, a TV show, Punk Payback, and I mean, everything came from that freaking clip. But I think that stayed with it. A lot of people on the street constantly want me to do those lines or speak their voicemail in. And then, of course, the movies, when Here Comes the Boom came out with Kevin, it's a comedy, you know, and then people suddenly, that was the first shift that people started recognizing me for acting. And now it's, I don't know, now it's sometimes it's like, it's either from fighting or they say, oh yeah, I saw you training him and then I checked you out and then you used to really do that. So it's I would say a 50-50. I'm very happy with it because, you know, you see a lot of guys and they just lose it after the fight, they're peaking. And they haven't been thinking about what they're going to do in the next life, so to say, because that life is a short life. I mean, you get injured, there's a lot of stuff that you can't do anymore. So you need to have a backup. And I just started doing that right away. When I came to America, I think I was, within 3 months, I was taking acting classes. And not to become an actor, but just because I knew like fight choreography, something like that. So I was more relaxed in front of a camera. I didn't do live shows yet at the time. I was just fighting. And but just, you know, to be in front of a class, or people watching, looking at you, judging you, and then you have to do a scene.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
it's a whole different ballgame because you got 4 cameras in your face and it's a big shoot, and that means if you miss that shoot, that's a $20,000. You know, it goes very fast, and then try to be natural. So, but I think that once I started commentating, and that's live, of course, and opening shows, and then you know how to deal with problems if you mess up in the beginning. You know how to keep that going. I think that helped the most in movies. I believe that's why also the stand-up comedians, most of the time they're really great actors as well, because they have that constant interaction and they know how to deal with the pressure.
Right?
Yep.
There have been a few guys who've had pretty good cigar brands. You've got, Chad Ochocinco and Mike Tyson has had cigars. Has anybody ever approached you to do a Bas Rutten cigar?
They never did, But I think also if I would do it, I really need to like it. I wouldn't want to do it. Like
It'd have to be a good one, right?
Yeah, I have said no to a lot of products in my life because I didn't like it. You see, but I wanted it to be good. I had a mouthpiece one time they wanted to give to me, and I didn't believe it because I had an opening in the middle. I go, that's very dangerous because your jaw can still shift. And it was a lot of money, and I needed money at the time. But I figured, if I do one time a bad product, because this is going to go wrong. I know it's going to go wrong. So I declined on it, and sure enough, like 7 months later, the people started complaining, and I was right with it. So once I do a cigar, I would like to make it a good one. And to find a good one nowadays, I think it's going to be hard for a new starting company, although they got to be there.
Yeah, well, it require a lot of research. They'd have to send you a lot of samples. Bas Rutten cigar, guys.
The El Guapo cigar.
That's right, El Guapo.
The El Guapo version from Arturo Fuente.
Hey, there's an idea. That'd be a heck of a deal.
Huh?
Yeah, this cigar, it's been a pretty straightforward throughout. I feel like the age of it being this is like a 25-year-old cigar. The flavors are a lot mellower. I'm getting a lot of like sort of the lighter leather, the earthier tones you get from Cubans. Not a lot of, real powerful like punch, which I like a milder cigar like this. I don't want to get super lightheaded from them and, not be feeling so well.
Yeah, but the good thing is also it's from top to bottom. It's the same taste. And you don't have that a lot in cigars.
No.
They always start pretty strong to me, and then suddenly they become really good.
Yeah.
But this one has been consistent the whole time.
Been really nice the whole time. Well, Bas, thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here, sharing your cigar stories, and spending a little time with us. It's been really great having you, and I'd love to have you back anytime. But we don't have to have cameras here.
We're very
always
close.
welcome.
We're 25 minutes away from you, buddy.
Absolutely.
So,
Thank
right
you.
on, brother.
All right.
I appreciate it. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Godspeed.